Jesus Christ, really?
Don't forget to become a member of UnrealEntGaming's Patreon for exclusive manga content and early access. Isn't that right, Seth?
I already joined his Patreon today. Tons of great stuff on there, actually. But did you really have to blow up the city?
Yes.
Blew up the dominoes. You blew up the dominoes and you're laughing. Do you realize the f***ing crisis here?
And you will be next. Unless you subscribe, like the video, and turn on notifications right now.
Or else what? You'll aggressively scream another man's name for several hours?
Kakarot! Kakarot!
Now, while our heroes appear to be enduring tremendous amounts of punishment and pushback while facing off against Lord Pharix, there is an important reason on why there is a ranking system among each and every single one of the gods of destruction, and with Lord Pharix ranking very high on the power charts due to his cunning and tactical nature of breaking his opponent's spirits first before breaking their bodies. As Universe 16's god of destruction, Pharix was always known for being fair and extremely traumatizing to those whom stood across from him, so I can see on why he wants to test the nature of our heroes, given how they are the first mortals whom Lord Pharix had ever encountered that were trained by us gods. And if Broly, Goku, and Vegeta are unable to find a way to overtake this fearsome destroyer in battle soon, whether it's by doing it alone or together, then I'm afraid it's safe to say that Lord Pharix is going to crush them all in the end, and also proving on why he is every bit of what he claims for himself to be.
As our story now continues, following the initial events of Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku now having to find himself back within Universe 16 in squaring off against Universe 16's God of Destruction Pharix, to where with Broly nowhere to be found and with Vegeta now down for the count and having to leave this all up to Goku, it was only upon Pharix's initial engagement with Goku was when Pharix went on to then chime in, "Well now, you appear to be quite the evasive one among your tribe of warriors, and while your mastery of Ultra Instinct is surprisingly formidable, it still remains as a standing target in the face of my power, for you may not know this," Pharix adds, "but I could go as far as to see beyond the physical and into the very essence of combat, where every sudden shift and every subtle change is laid bare before me, for each move you make, well calculated as it may be, only goes to open many doors which you yourself, Goku, cannot see. Doors which only allow for my ancient wisdom to breach through your defenses with deadly precision. For my eyes are far older than you can imagine, which allows for me to see the threads of your energy during our battle in predicting and countering your every attack with ease of countless millennia of experience behind my gaze, Saiyan." But even then, despite with Goku now being shown having to avoid and dodge each and every single one of Pharix's attacks, was when Goku then went on to question, "Well, if that's true, then why don't we go and put your eyes to the test then?" But upon Goku now being shown having to throw a punch, it was only from out of nowhere where Pharix had now gone as far as to duck on under in avoiding Goku's strike, as Pharix went on to then respond, "Attempting to test my experience with such arrogance behind your tone only goes as far as to show me that despite being trained by Universe 7's Angel Whis, you do not seem to share his tranquil nature, since you already appear to believe that you have me all figured out, when in reality, Goku, I can sense a tremor coming from deep within your spirits." Pharix went on to then quickly respond upon being shown grazing Goku's face, which is a sign of nervousness that only makes me question on whether you were properly trained by your universe's angel or not. Because as you can see, Pharix surprised Goku with a knee to the gut, just as it was upon me having to tell you that my eyes could see far beyond what you hope to display against me. Because despite a mortal such as yourself being trained by an angel, Pharix continues, with myself as well as the other destroyers lacking being able to wield the ability that you are using, confusing, my strategy against you is quite simple but extremely effective, and that is by adding relentless pressure by keeping you under constant assault, Goku. And while I find it ironic for a mortal such as yourself to have reached such supreme levels, Pharix responds upon being shown headbutting Goku away, given on how you were trained by an angel to do it, no matter how hard you try and no matter how many attempts you make, you will never fight on par like one, nor will you ever be able to match one's ability through experience, with Goku responding, "Oh, damn it, I've got to try and relax myself while he's hot on my tail." Well, if there's one thing that I will go and tell you, Goku went on to respond upon once again being shown having to dodge each and every single one of Pharix's attacks, is that no matter how strong or how skilled you claim to be, the one thing that you shouldn't go and do is underestimate our ability to find a way to overcome the odds that we're faced with and best you in combat, and especially when you least expect for it to happen, God of Destruction. And while I'm still picking my spots here against you right now, Goku adds, it'll only be a matter of time before I gas you out, and that's when I'll go and show you on what I'm really all about, Lord Pharix. But even despite with Goku attempting to strike Pharix, with Pharix quickly shown getting beneath the sand underneath him, was when Pharix then went on to respond, "Oh, how very smug of you to already assume that you could win when you and I have only just begun, mortal. But if you continue to insist like this, then let's wager this assertion of yours then, shall we? Now let's see." With Goku quickly responding, "Then how about we go and do just that then, Destroyer?" Wait, oh, he disappeared again. But where did he manage to go and run off to this time is the question. Oh, damn it, because I'm unable to get any sort of reading on his life force, which likely means that he's hiding somewhere, Goku adds, but where? Because he couldn't have gotten very far from where I currently am, and so he's probably going to try to flank me from a position where I'm most vulnerable in, because there's no way that he's crazy enough to try to come at me head on when he knows that he won't be able to hit me. Oh, and so now where is he? With the staggering Vegeta being shown having to pull himself up from the ground by then shouting, "Oh, don't just stand there, Kakarot! Hurry and move out of the way now, for it's a trap!" As he's trying to bait you into thinking that he's out of options when he's not. And so don't let him wrap those bandages around any part of your body or he'll turn it to stone. Damn it, Kakarot! Get out of the way right now! But then, it was only just then from out of nowhere, before Goku even had the opportunity to react, was where from out of nowhere beneath Goku, a pair of bandages were then shown having to wrap themselves around Goku's legs, as Goku then went on to quickly respond, "What the? Wait, he could just spawn these bandages instantly from the ground like that? And why can't I seem to be able to move? I'm stuck." And stuck you are, mortal, Pharix responds from out of nowhere, right where it is that I want you to be as well. "Oh, quickly, Kakarot! Don't try to engage against it, and go and use your instant transmission to hurry and get out of the way now!" Vegeta shouts, but then, unfortunately for Goku, as Goku was unable to move with the giant sand fist then shown crashing into him, was when Pharix then went on to continue, "Not a chance, Vegeta, as if I would be foolish enough to allow for your ally to go and try and escape my clutches this early into our battle would have been far too careless. But is this what you are both proud of representing, mortals?" Pharix went on to then question, "Was this the best that Universe 7's God of Destruction and Angel were able to produce after agreeing to accept you both as their students? Was Beerus truly that lazy that he didn't even bother to get a sense that you Saiyans just aren't worthy of carrying the titles of being known as the students of the gods? And yet that stubborn Beerus still wonders on why he is so disliked by the rest of us," Pharix continues. "And while I find myself puzzled by Whis' choice by having to choose you as his student while Beerus harbors Vegeta as his, while you and I remain engaged, I now ask you, Saiyan," Pharix continues upon now being shown having to dash on up from underneath the sand, "do my eyes continue to lie when I said that I was able to see beyond the physical in order to exploit the weaknesses of your power? Because now I want to know on why in the heavens would an angel invest so much time and put so much effort into helping evolve you, when this was the result of what what it would end up being, to which as Pharix was then shown uppercutting Goku in the face before dropping back down, was when Pharix went on to then continue. So now face it, mortal, despite studying and being trained by the gods, you simply cannot best me on your own while in this contest against me, and in case you needed to be reminded of what we agreed on, our wager still stands, and so while you are still able to function, I suggest for you to quit. I can't quit now, even if you are vastly more experienced than we are, Goku responds, and so I just can't back away from this fight now because there's still so much more that's left for me to prove against you, and so I'm not giving up yet. With Pharix continuing, you feeble creature, you are a fool to think that you can beat me all on your own, whereas you should have listened to your friend. Because now that a large part of your ability to move freely against me will remain immobilized in battle, Pharix continues, it would be wise for you to accept your standing against me here and now while I'm offering you another chance to admit your defeat, Saiyan. And while my wager with you all remains, I can assure you mortals that you will not come to see the day where I will relinquish my issues with Universe 7's God of Destruction. Now look down, to which as Goku was then shown having to look on down and noticing his feet now all of a sudden turned to stone, was when Goku then went on to respond, oh no, Vegeta was right, and I can't seem to be able to move my feet at all, and so what do I do now if I'm unable to stand, let alone go and try to do anything else? Oh no, I can't stop now because we've come too far just to simply lose like this. But it was only then, surprisingly enough, with Vegeta now shown standing back up in the distance, was when Vegeta went on to then chime in, oh, and as much as I hate to agree with the idiot, Kakarot's right, because so as long as there is still some fight that's left within our spirits, we won't stop fighting you until we win. With Pharix responding, ho, back for more, are you? Interesting. Now tell me, student of Beerus, and what makes you so sure that you will actually be able to pull off some sort of victory against me? But then, it was only right upon Vegeta having to be shown answering Pharix's question was when from out of nowhere, that was when Ikari Broly was then shown bursting up from the sand and having to grab onto Pharix from behind, with Vegeta responding, well, for one, we still have Broly, and so you might want to think fast because he's not finished with you here either, God of Destruction. And so now quickly, Broly, hold him right there, and whatever you do, don't let go of him until I say so. And whatever it is that you do, do not let him break your hold on you. To which as Vegeta was then shown quickly making his way towards Pharix, was when Pharix then went on to quickly respond, and you honestly think that relying on this beast to hold me in place while you go on the attack will be enough, Saiyan? No, I don't think so, because attempting to ambush me while using this brute as your muscle against me won't work either. And so you may continue to try as you'd like against me. Pharix went on to then quickly turn his back by having Vegeta crash into Broly before smiting Broly into Vegeta away. But the end result between you mortals will always remain the same against me. And so you may go and join forces in thinking that there is strength in your unity, as your numbers are but a whisper within the wind when up against the storm of my destructive experience. For you mortals should have thought twice before accepting my challenge and knowing that you were all still going to lose, but even now, I welcome your unity against me, for that will fail too. To which, surprisingly enough, upon Pharix being shown having to blow Vegeta, Goku, and Broly back and having the sands beneath them grab onto them and clutching them within their fists, was when Pharix then went on to continue, and so now while you continue to defy the odds, allow me to go and remind you warriors on why you're training with the gods over in Universe 7, with the exception of Broly, isn't going to get you very far while you're here to face me in my universe. And now, with nowhere left for you to go, the three of you are left wide open for me to pick and choose in seeing which one of you I want to go and get rid of first. Yes, and since you mortals appear to have a habit of getting in the way of one another to help aid them, I can only promise you all that there will be no more interruptions from this moment on. For you knew that you couldn't possibly dream of beating me alone, and since you knew that you couldn't, well, at least now you will all have the liberty of being eliminated and buried beneath my planets together forever. As Goku then went on to look on over by addressing Vegeta and then respond responding, "Hey Vegeta, I know this might sound like I'm shooting in the dark here, but I do believe that it's the only shot that we have at winning here, and so if we do manage to somehow break away and have a moment to ourselves, then what do you say we go and do the fusion dance so that way we can be done with this for good?" With Vegeta responding, "You what? Oh, you have some nerve, Kakarot. We're stuck. But even now, why in the world are you thinking about fusion when you should be thinking of a way on how to break free from these things instead? As you know that I don't like joining bodies with you, but even then, I know that we can still find a way to beat him if we go and attack him together," Vegeta continues, "which means that we can't let him out of our sight and continue to wear him down until we have beaten him," with Goku responding, "Yeah, I know, but what if we just can't simply do it, Vegeta? What if it all ends up backfiring on us since it's clear that he's a lot stronger than we are if we try fighting him alone, and so we're all out of option?" But then, it was only just when Goku and Vegeta had gone as far as to look on over and noticing something happening with Broly was when Vegeta went on to then chime back in, "Wait a second, oh no, Broly's starting to allow for his rage to get the better of him, and so if he doesn't find a way to control it, then that God of Destruction isn't going to be the only one that we're gonna have to deal with here, Kakarot." "Yeah, you're right," Goku responds. "Broly, hey, Broly, listen, just try and listen to our voices and calm down and don't allow for yourself to be lost within the voids of your anger here. And I know that you can hear me, and so please just try to control yourself like how we tried showing you on Lord Beerus' planet, and just go and try to remember your training with us so that way you can go and calm down." But even despite with Broly's hair beginning to flicker from a blackish to a greenish color with Vegeta being shown readdressing Goku was when Vegeta went on to then respond, "Oh, he doesn't seem to be listening, Kakarot. Listen, I know that you can hear me, Broly. Just try to remember what it was that me and Vegeta had taught you. Just please, don't let your power be dictated by your instincts," Goku continues. "Go and use your mind and be the one who is in control and not the other way around. We know that you can do it, and so just remember." But then, it was just upon as quickly as it was shown happening, with Broly now shown breaking free and unleashing the true nature of his power before reverting back down to his base form, was when Vegeta went on to then quickly shout, "I think he did it. His hair and his aura was shown momentarily changing to green, and so he did listen. But how was he able to break free, but we can't seem to be able to do it? Oh, damn it. Well, we need to hurry up and break loose before that destroyer is able to make his way towards us, Kakarot. And so now hurry it up and do what you can and push now, Kakarot." "Yeah, I know, but I can't seem to be able to do it either, Vegeta, especially not while having parts of my body turn to stone, and so I'm trying here, Vegeta, but it's not working. Broly, hurry and come and try to give us a hand here before Lord Pharix attacks us again." To which even then within that moment, despite with Broly trying, with Broly unable to break Goku free, was when Goku then went on to continue, "Oh, damn it. It doesn't look as though he is able to make this thing budge, and what's worse now is now that God of Destruction is making his way towards us right now, and so we have to hurry," as Pharix then went on to quickly shout, "So it seems as though I may have underestimated you after seeing what I just briefly saw, but since now I was able to see exactly what your ally meant when he spoke about your potential upon coming here," Pharix adds, "you aren't going to slip by my efforts in freeing those Saiyans, especially not while I have you locked within my sights, Broly," as it was only right then and there now during that moment where the Beyond Dragon Ball Super story of the Resurrected Fallen Gods of Destruction, the Universe 16 Saga, Manga Chapter number 6 Special, then comes to a close.
Actually, I'll go and take it from here, as I do want to go as far as to address something with all of our dear viewers at the moment. As before I go and give you the following information, if you aren't already a member of Unreal's Patreon community, then you are truly missing out on so much without you even knowing. As not only is the next episode already on the page, but if you want to support all of the content that you see and gain access to tons of exclusives along the way, then we do encourage for you all to become members of our Patreon community today, for we will link it all down in the description box below and pinned comment section. Now, I will go as far as to say that even though I am quite shocked to see the way Lord Pharix appears to be handling our heroes in battle, there is, however, something very eye-opening and far more explosive that I sense coming from within Broly as well, which could ultimately prove to be rather useful if he is able to draw this out and onto the surface to use against Lord Pharix in battle, and so you do not want to miss out on what is about to happen coming up next. So we hope that you all enjoyed today's video, as before you leave, do make sure to give this video a thumbs up by smashing that like button on your way out, as well as subscribing to UnrealEntGaming's channel in case you are new around here. We thank you all for watching and hope you all have a wonderful day, everyone, as we'll see you all in the next one.
Hello! Did you know that you can stay up to date with the latest Dragon Ball content by simply subscribing to UnrealEntGaming?
Also, don't forget to follow on these social media platforms, you sexy son of a bitch.
Roshi!
Silent Cell, me and the fans are having a moment. That's right. I know what you want. Extra long, thick Dragon Ball content. Quality reviews with flawless editing. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You dirty bitch.
Roshi, the fuck?
God damn it, I need them to subscribe, Cell.
And we're demonetized.
Yeah, screw it. Let's cut to the video.